Pause.
Hi guys, Chris here from Cowboy Rugby. So the Rugby Championship is over, the Springboks are the champions, and Argentina ended up in third place, but they could easily have won the whole tournament. For me, the team of the tournament has to be Argentina. They've been absolutely amazing. We've seen three really competitive teams, and the Wallabies have been showing glimpses of what they can do under Joe Schmidt. But this video is all about Argentina. I want to celebrate them, celebrate their new stadium, fantastic crowd, and just the passion. For the first time in their history, they've beaten the Wallabies, the All Blacks, and the Springboks in one rugby championship. That's never been done before, guys. So what's made the difference? Or rather, who's made the difference? For me, that's Philippe Contepomi. He's come in and he's changed Argentina from one of those nearly sides to a competitive side. They've always been able to upset a team on the day, but there's just been no consistency. They've been lacking it. And I think there's a bit of a Leinster connection here between him and Joe Schmidt. They weren't there at the same time, but Philippe did go back and coach at Leinster as an assistant coach while Joe Schmidt was the coach of Ireland. And there's certain things in the Argentinian play that remind me of the way the Irish play. And I just want to go through those with you now. The first of those is attack. You're probably wondering why I'm mentioning Ireland when this is about Argentina, but after a few clips, I'm hoping you'll see what I'm getting at. So we can see there, Gibson Park goes one way, spins and comes back, holding Sam Cane up. Now, Caelan Doris runs directly at the more agile members of the pack. 6, 8, and the 2 locks, taking them out of play so that the front row is now up against a back line performing a move. So you can see here, they don't really know what to do. You've got number 2 playing as a playmaker, number 1 blocking off David Havili, and that creates space for the 2 centers who've come around on the side. So that was against the All Blacks. Now, what did Ireland do against the Springboks? You're going to see a common theme here, guys. Caelan Doris runs. He's going to pick out Archie Snyman. He's got his supporters around him. Who's left to defend? 2 front row forwards. That's deliberate. Now, you're going to see the player at the back. He's running what I call a ghost line. There are 2 players in the front. They split, and he just comes through the middle. They split, and they've taken out those defenders and away for the try. And again, second time here, it's off a drop out. So watch Caelan Doris again, actually changes angle to run at here, gets blindsided by Ox, but it doesn't matter. He's still set up the play. They set up a ruck, and now they've got 2 front row forwards against them, Bongi and Malherbe. You can see the ghost runner comes through, little inside pop, and he's gone. And what happens? Try. So Argentina are doing the same thing. They're trying to set up mismatches where they're taking on front row forwards. You'll see their players deliberately run at the more agile members of the pack. So they're running at number 6 and number 2. They're trying to set up mismatches. You can see the shape there for a play. And also they're getting really quick ruck ball. Here they've done a switch. Where did we see that switch? With Ireland. So Geordie shoots up there and there's space. So they're giving a number of options there. Geordie went for the inside man and they just skipped it out and left him grasping at thin air. Here you can see players already running out to the back for the move. So here they could have given it to Chocobares, who could have passed to the wing, but the move wasn't on because Ardy, Leonard Brown and Reese could have just shifted out. So instead they give it to Matera, who runs it up. Now you've got the fly half going against 2 forwards. He gets between them, gets the offload, and if Bowden Barrett hadn't got the intercept there, it would have been a try. Here's another interesting bit of play by the Argentinians. They've got a lot of 7s players, and they're not scared to run it back. So the All Blacks were dropping players back and expecting Argentina to engage in kick tennis. And what do? Instead, they just run. You can see players set up. They're already shaping up for a move, and they outnumber the All Blacks on the top there. You've got 3 different sections. So equal on the bottom, mismatch on the bottom with too many All Blacks, and then the Argentinians are stacked at the top. Look at the 7 skills there from Matera. Little offload away. They set up the ruck, and now they can shape for a move. They're just preparing things in advance. So here they're up against a whole lot of forwards. The forwards don't know what's happening. There's space created, and number 15 can just run through. You're going to see a similar move used against the Springboks. Here it is here. So they've managed to condense the entire Springbok pack there. So these are forwards. They don't know how to handle multiple runners. That's usually something that you have Lukhanyo Am or Jesse Creel dealing with. You can see the lines already breaking up and getting a bit staggered, and the Argentinians take advantage of that with quick hands. Pollard gets stuck out on the wing there, not his position, and it creates the overlap, and away they go for the try. Here's another nice move that the Argentinians used. So good hit on Chocobares, but he still goes forward. They set the ruck, quick ball out, little inside pass, a la the Irish, and the scrum half runs right and then does a switch play. They've manipulated the Springbok forwards so that they're all one side of the ruck, and they're trying to create a mismatch there with one of their backline players against Rian Nokia lock, but he managed to get the tackle there. Generally, they try and set that up against the front row forwards. Here we can see a move to try and get width and manipulate the pack. The scrum half has positioned himself wide, long pass out to the fly half, and an even longer pass out to one of the centres. So look where the Springbok pack is positioned now. They're all stuck on the left-hand side of the ruck, and the Argentinians cleverly position their forwards opposite them to keep them there, keep them fixed. Now you can see Handré Pollard shifts out. He's covering the ruck now. So what do? They do that switch play again. Handré's gone out. Oh, he decides, oh no, I should have been inside, and the Argentinians are over the gain line. Brilliant play. Really, really, really clever. Here we go. Little inside pass again. A la the Irish once more, and away they go for the try. It's crazy intelligence, crazy rugby intelligence by the Pumas. And this is why I say that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. If they can keep developing like this, and if they can find themselves some really good props. So they do have some, but they need a bomb squad. The second bit of rugby intelligence they're showing is their kickoffs. They're actually using kickoffs as a weapon, as you can see here. No matter who it is, here it was a couple of games against the All Blacks, and I'll show you some where they're doing it against the Springboks as well. They use the kickoffs as a weapon to put pressure on the opposition, to make hasty exits, or to force a turnover, as we saw just now. And you can see it's too consistent for it to be a coincidence. Here, off the first trays, because the ball's so close to the touchline, the opposition have to do a pass infield. There's no kick down the middle of the field. It's always hugging the touchline. Opposition are forced to do a pass infield, and then the Argentinians put pressure there. So the Pumas are trying to chop tackle that runner, as you'll see here. Good low tackle, and they try to get the steal. So no matter who you are, there's always pressure on you, and that pressure builds up. You know you're not going to get a soft moment against the Pumas. So what they need is consistency in their performances. They've sort of lost one, won one, won one, lost one, won one, lost one. And they just need to be able to beat those top teams consistently. They're building fantastic depth. They've got some forwards that you wouldn't want to run into in a dark alley at night. Marcus Kremer, Pablo Montero, they're just going to run through brick walls for you. So Argentina, for me, are that up-and-coming team. If they carry on like this, they're going to be contenders at the 2027 World Cup. They do have the talent. They have good depth. Like I said, the only real weakness at the moment is their scrums. And they lose a little bit when their reserves come on. But if they can get that sorted out, then there are going to be very few weaknesses for opposition teams to exploit. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about it and how you think Argentina are going to do. And please hit like and subscribe, guys. Thanks so much.